Hey, welcome back to my channel Duct Tape Mechanic and to another episode of my series Free on Facebook, a series of videos in which I find things for free on Facebook Marketplace and I repair them, recycle them, or repurpose them in another way just to help them from going into the trash. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to repair this Maytag Bravos XL washer that's not turning on at all. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. So here's the washing machine. It's a Maytag Bravos XL machine. It just happens that the owner also got rid of the dryer, and from my experience, they get rid of both of the pair. One of them is typically good, but I haven't tested the dryer, but I did plug this machine in and it doesn't turn on, so I think the dryer might be just fine. But anyways, this is a very new machine and also quite expensive. I believe just the washer alone is $1,100 but that's the model number. So MVW B855DC2, and this repair will also work on a Whirlpool Cabrio type of washing machine as well, because Whirlpool owns Maytag, and both of these types of washing machines have this common issue of this machine not turning on. But fortunately, the fix to this is quite easy, and there's no parts that need to be purchased or anything too complicated. We will just need some Q-tips and some isopropyl alcohol and maybe a nail file. So basically what happens is condensation from the steam feature of this washer gets onto the board here, and it corrodes some of the contacts. So we'll just be cleaning those up, and hopefully that solves this issue. Alright, so to get to that board, both the main board and the user interface board, it's just a couple screws back here, and we'll do that step next. Alright, basically to get access to the boards here, we're just going to be taking out 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. When you remove this screw right here, the panel that protects the pressure hose comes off, which is okay. After that, we're going to be removing the upper portion of the machine, which is really easy. It's just going to pull it towards me and pull it up. Put it back and rest it on something. Now we got it propped up nice and safely. Alright, after you got it propped up, we're going to undo these hinges right here. So basically how I like to do it is I like to get the screwdriver, just stick it in there, and pop it down, and do the same thing on this end. The other side's harder because it's covered by the door arm here, but this side you can see it better. This hinge right here, you just want to push down and then pop out. There we go. Then that should separate the interface board from the top right here, and we'll look at it next. Alright, so we got the top down. After that, we're just going to pull this up right here, and we're going to undo the connector that connects it to the main board. There we go. And we should be able to take off the interface board panel. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the interface board. And if you flip it over, you'll see a portion of the board that has an exposed PCB. And if you look even closer than that, I'm going to zoom in with my camera here, you'll see that this board has contacts. And these contacts carry current. And what happens with this washer is that the steam deposits this, and it pretty much corrodes this connection here. As you can see, that it's turned green and the bottom one's even black, and that's supposed to be copper. or a copper color I should say, and that's most likely the reason why the display board's not powering on, causing the washer not to power on. So those bottom two are really bad there, and even if it's powering on and you can't toggle to different settings, I would definitely come and clean these contacts, because I've seen that before as well. And basically all you have to do is get a Q-tip and some rubbing alcohol and just clean it that way. And if that doesn't take them off, I'm just going to use this file right here to clean it up. That should solve our issue. So you can clearly see that corrosion of those contacts, and basically this seal right here is what causes the steam to come through. So either Whirlpool needs to find a way to cover this better or make a better seal over here, but that's neither here or there. So we'll try to solve this issue we have on hand right here. First I'll start with Q-tip and rubbing alcohol, see how far we can get. Alright, as you can see, the contacts are all nice and shiny now. I did have to use a file because the Q-tip with the rubbing alcohol just wasn't doing the trick. But I did clean up the rest of the contacts as well, even the ones that weren't corroded, just in case there was some deposit on them as well. But this looks really nice and shiny, so hopefully this does the trick. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and plug this back into the board and just see if it powers on before I go back and reassemble the machine. Alright, so I got this interface board plugged in and I've got this washer plugged into the wall. But before I reassemble everything, I'm going to see if this thing actually works. So I'm going to come and attempt to turn this thing on, and there we go. It turned on immediately and it appears to be normal. Obviously I'll do a load of laundry, but this seems to be the fix for this type of washer and this type of issue. So it's a pretty easy fix, no parts involved, and all you really need is a 1/4 inch nut driver and a flathead screwdriver to get the interface panel off, and that's it. Yeah, it's an obvious engineering flaw with this design here, but it's something that can easily be fixed. So let's go ahead and reassemble this thing, and then we'll give it a test run. To reassemble it, we're pretty much just going to be going in reverse order. We're going to snap this interface panel into place, then we're going to put the top the washer back on. It's going to go onto these clips, and we're just going to bolt it into the back. That's a wrap for this video. Hopefully you found this repair to be helpful. It was really simple. But if you find that cleaning the board doesn't work, another option might be just replacing the interface panel. It is about $200, but if you paid this much for the washer, and especially if you pay this much for the washer and dryer, it may be an option to look at. Anyways, hopefully you liked this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up.